Welcome back to the WODdoc Project365, episode 234. Today what we're talking about is great toe extension and the importance of great toe extension, what happens and some things that can happen if we're lacking great toe extension. Now, what is great toe, or what is your great toe? It's your big toe, right? And it's really important when we talk about the gait and how we toe off, right? So when I say toe off, is our foot should be able to come all the way off to the top, right? We should come off our big toe. Or I should actually say, as we come across, you should see me be able to toe off like such, right? Makes sense? Now, a lot of times what people get is because of the hard shoes and hard soles and our modern day shoes, we'll get a deficiency where this toe doesn't extend very well. Now, for those of you guys that have those big bunions, that's an acquired thing, right? Not a genetic thing. And for those of you guys that have had toe surgery or bunionectomies, probably the vast majority of you have realized that it's not the greatest surgery out there. In fact, foot surgery, bunionectomies, #1 failed surgery in the world. So here's the reason why. Not because they don't do a good job. I'm sure that many of the doctors, surgeons out there do an excellent job at reducing the bunion. But what happens is they don't take away the cause. And the cause of what bunions are, and initially what will be medial or inside foot pain, is this lack of toe extension, right? Now, what we like to see is somewhere between 30-35 degrees, okay? Basically what I want you to be able to see is the ability to keep the ball of your foot here on the ground, and you should be able to slide a golf ball under there, right? Now, really important to check this while you're weight bearing, okay? So if I'm pressing weight down onto my foot, I should still be able to get my toe up relatively far to where I'd like to be able to see a golf ball fit underneath there. Now, if I can't, say that it only comes up to there. This is what your body's going to do. It's going to somehow still do that movement. It's going to compensate for that. So a lot of times what will happen is you'll get this deviation towards your pinky toe, right? So think about this in the gait. I'll look at you guys this way. If I can't turn straight over like that because I'm lacking this toe extension, what's going to happen is I'm going to come over like that. I start coming to the outside. My foot turns out, and I roll over the toe like that. Now, what does that do? That accumulates stress on the inside here, which will initially come across as inside or medial foot pain in this region here, okay? So, and then it will eventually accumulate to possibly bunion formation if it goes on long enough, right? So what do I do to help reduce that? Well, there's a couple things. I got a nice roller right here. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to first take care of the instep here. The inseam, I'm going to start, and I'm going to roll right in here to loosen up these tissues. And then what I'm going to do is a big toe extension mobilization. And I'll show you how both of those go. So I'm going to put the roller down the bottom here. All I'm going to do is start on the ball of my foot, and I'm going to come back towards my arch. Okay? So I come here like this, and I'm just going to roll down. I'm going to spend some time working in that arch, okay? Now, just pretend that I spend 2 to 4 minutes here. The next one that I want to do, and the more important one that I think you guys should see, is the ability, or is the extension of the big toe, the mobilization. Now, important thing that we do. When we set this up, you could put this next to a wall, or you could hold it with your own finger. But what I want to see is I want to see us work into extension. The mechanism is going to look like this. I'm going to keep the knuckle of the midfoot on the ground. I'm going to prop up my toe either with a golf ball or a mechanism like this. You can even use a broomstick. But what I want you guys to notice is that there's no deviation to the inside of my, to the pinky side of my foot. Now, if that happens, I'm kind of just increasing the deficit that I have in the first place, right? I don't want to increase this laxity here. So what I need to do, okay, is lock down the inside of my foot, or the inside of the big toe, with my hand, okay? This works the same way with the broomstick. So you see how I just grab my toe just like that? I'm going to support with my big thumb on the inside of that knuckle there. I'm going to support with my finger on the inside or the outside of my big toe, right? So I grab the toe just like that, and now I could just use this as a fulcrum to work on the extension of that big toe, right? And that locks it into a straight position, so I'm working just extension in this way rather than this deviated extension, which we don't want. Make sense? Guys, try that one out. Bring it home with you. If you don't have one of these, use yourself a broomstick. It works out the same way. Just remember, make an L with your hand. The big finger comes to the outside of the toe. The thumb comes to the inside of the knuckle, right? Use that sucker to mobilize. Get yourself some better extension. Reduce the stress on the medial side of the foot or the inside portion of the foot. And guys, until tomorrow, we're optimizing function to optimize performance.